You have successfully rewritten your destiny. The generational toxic patterns end with you. You've been chosen to walk a very different path to the one which your family has followed for generations. Toxic patterns, habits, and beliefs that have been passed down in your family for generations will finally end with you. You will successfully rewrite your destiny. This is a message meant for a specific someone who needs to hear it at this time. I'm going to start by reading your coffee cup, and then I'm going to draw some tarot and oracle cards for additional insights. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you see this video, this message is meant for you. Before we go into today's reading, I'd like to share with you my complete tarot course on Udemy, where I teach you my tarot secrets on how to read tarot accurately so that you can be confident in your readings, as well as many other useful tips that will help you master tarot. Enroll in my tarot course today by clicking the link in the description box or in the pinned comment below. Thank you for listening. Now back to today's reading. Let's get into it. I see a distance between you and some toxic habits or beliefs that have been passed down in your family. I also see the sun in between, shining brightly for you. The sun symbolizes illumination and truth coming to light. You are the only one who was able to see the truth. You are the only one who was blessed with the gift of discernment and being able to see beyond the lies. Your eyes have been opened to the truth of what's really going on. These patterns and beliefs have been passed down from one generation to the next, adding more and more burden on each generation. But you have been gifted with the ability to think critically, to question things, rather than taking the burden and the trauma from the previous generation and passing it down to the next, while adding a layer of your own trauma with it. You have chosen to see things for what they truly are, rather than turning a blind eye. You are an evolved soul. You're an old soul. I admire your clear judgment and critical thinking abilities. It takes a lot of courage to see the truth, especially when it comes to family, and to choose your own path. You have chosen to question rather than to accept, to confront the truth rather than to hide. You are a beacon of light, and your ancestors are very proud of you. You're doing the incredible thing that they couldn't or didn't have the option to do at the time. You are encouraged to continue on this path, and you have their blessing. You have successfully broken free from the chains that held your family. This could be a generational curse that was casted upon your family, or some sort of addiction, violent behavior, or normalizing abuse. Your path towards breaking the cycle began a long time ago, since you were young. You noticed that something isn't right. I sense fear that has been passed down in your family from generation to generation. This fear is closely associated with abusive patterns, whether they are controlling behaviors or a neglect of some sort. You chose to confront these toxic patterns and transform them into healthy behavior, something that is not forced, not based on fear, but rather on love and peace. These toxic patterns and beliefs end with you. You carved your own path, made your own choices, and the consequences for this is that you will be the first one in your family to reach a higher level of success and abundance. Your journey of breaking free started with self-awareness. You have an incredible ability of profound introspection and healing. You're also very loved in the spiritual realm. Since you were born, you have been special, and you have a higher purpose in life. I see that you dug deep into the roots of pain in your family, and you found it. You are transmuting it by replacing it with a healthy habit, a different belief, and a different way of thinking and living life. You didn't have anyone to teach you this. You are self-taught, and that's one of the reasons why you are powerful. You are in the process of healing those wounds from the past and the generational trauma that have been passed down onto you. What you need right now is to practice compassion towards yourself and towards your family. They have chosen their path, and you have chosen yours, and that's okay. Your chosen path is unique to you and should concern you only and no one else. You may feel different and alone. Don't worry about it, as I see like-minded people crossing your path, becoming your soul family, with no fakeness or judgment, but genuine connections to share your beliefs and ideas with. Some of your family members may try to make you feel guilty, or they may try to get you back into the old ways. Stay away from this. You are being advised to remove your energy by shifting the conversation or ending it. You need to respect your path and choices, because you chose to break these patterns. What you have been through isn't easy. You have been through a lot in order to find your way and find a lifestyle that your soul resonates with and thrives in. Continue on this path. You have challenged the limitations that have been taught to you. You have challenged the restrictions that were imposed on you. Deep down, you've always known that these limitations that were passed down in your family for generations are not true. Deep down, you know that you are a limitless being. As you can see here in your coffee grounds, what looks like a person with a blindfold, that person was you. Even though you have been taught not to question the toxic patterns in your family and have been gaslit into not seeing the truth, your mind has always been questioning these beliefs and patterns. As you can see what looks like a question mark behind you, even though there wasn't an example in your family to show you another way, your critical thinking was your tool of liberation, and it has shown you that another, better, healthier way to live your life exists. Your critical thinking helped pave a new way forward for your personal freedom and growth. And this was the key in unlocking your destiny, not just for you, but for the generations to follow. You are an inspiration to many. You don't know this yet, but many people in your family are secretly inspired by you, by your courage to forge your own path, regardless of the hardships and limitations that were imposed on you. They may have not told you this, but they are inspired and empowered by you. You have transformed a legacy of pain and fear into empowerment and growth, spiritual and material growth. You will see more blessings coming from this empowered choice that you took within the next 6 months. I see more growth and prosperity entering your life. I see a shift in you, filling you with more power and joy. I also see you making a new friend who shares the same beliefs as you and a similar experience to you. You will meet this friend in a social setting. I see a social gathering and people communicating with each other. Within the next 6 months, it's important that you take the leap and join a like-minded community, whether it's an organized event, a social activity, or a social gathering. Whatever you're going through right now, it's important to know that you are not alone. You need support. You need to know that there are genuine people out there who want to help you. Let's get more messages with the cards. You've been blessed with an extraordinary ability of critical and analytical thinking. You don't just follow what's been given to you, rather you analyze it with a discerning eye, questioning it, and then deciding whether to accept it as it is, change it, or refuse it. This is when it comes to toxic habits in your family, questioning certain beliefs, or whatever advice that is given to you. Some people who don't see your point of view may judge you by thinking that you are cold or your heart has hardened, but that's not true. I see that you are a very clever person. You've been blessed with an intelligent mind and you are using it. When you hear people say these things about you, or when they misjudge you, it breaks your heart. I see that you want to help some people in your family, but they don't want to be helped, and you can't help someone who isn't open to help or to a different way of thinking. You feel alone on this path. You feel misunderstood, unaccepted. For some of you, these people meant a lot to you in your past. You didn't want this distance to happen. You always thought that this is an unbreakable bond. You really loved them, but there is a good reason for this distance, and that is for you to forge your own path ahead, with no one to influence you or try to change your destiny. An ancestor of 3 generations ago is watching you and is very proud of your chosen path and your journey. This is a great-grandmother or a great-grandfather of yours. You did something that they have dreamed of doing, but were never able to do, and that is having the courage to leave a familiar pattern or place behind and move on to a new one. They wish you good luck on your new journey. Right now, you are in a position to truly expand your horizons. The stars are aligning for you, and a new path of growth is opening up to you. You're being called to explore new opportunities, new ideas, and new projects. You're not limited. You're called to go deep into a journey of self-discovery. Know yourself more. There are new places you haven't visited that you will fall in love with, new ideas you haven't explored that you will fully resonate with, and new hobbies you haven't tried that will bring you a sense of joy and fulfillment. Right now, you're being called to take your health and your mental health seriously. Stay away from people and situations that stresses you out as much as you can. You may have been through a hectic time recently where you have felt like you were juggling so many responsibilities all at once, trying to get on top of things, but responsibilities keep on throwing themselves at you. Consider taking some time for yourself to rest and recharge. You may have been dealing with burnout. You need to take a break. And speak up about this. Let people know that you need a break and maybe ask for help too. Some people around you want to help you. You've been betrayed by your family or some people in your family. This has really hurt you very much, but you are trying to heal from this. This is very specific, but this may have been someone who you never thought that they would hurt you the way they did. This is someone who never had the appearance or the position of someone who would hurt you. They caused you pain, and some people may have not believed you, or they may have overlooked the gravity of the situation instead of helping you, which on a subconscious level made you put up with this behavior for a long time. This person didn't have good intentions from the start. From the beginning, I see jealousy and envy. They saw something special in you that deep down they know they will never and could never have. So they wanted to destroy it in order to feel better about themselves. But you refused to play their game and shock them by showing them that you know what they are up to. You're not clueless like they thought you were. This is a card that represents an eclipse, and eclipses are a symbol of change and rare events, which proves that you did something completely unpredictable by breaking generational toxic patterns in your family and rewriting your own destiny. Your path is represented by the sun. I see you walking an illuminated path. You are staying true to yourself. You're walking in your truth, even though there is a separation between you and your family or some people in your family, and they are represented by the moon. You are about to find your soul family. True family is your soul family. Don't let people tell you otherwise in order to bring you back to old ways. Expect to see so many changes in your path, especially when it comes to communication. This card represents Mercury, which is the planet that rules over communication. You will see changes in the way you think and the way you communicate with others. Stay open to new messages and signs, because the universe is going to communicate with you strongly through books, videos, or other people, and it will guide you even further in your path. You are not alone. That's all I have for you. I hope you found this reading insightful. I love you and see you in my next reading.